All right, welcome back to the great northern wastes of Guyran here at LWG. We are doing a continuation of our narrative for the Consecrators, following them to the north as they try to discover the source of these fell emanations. And in our previous battle, as we arrived into this area, we were ambushed by Beastclaw Raiders. However, we were able to fight them off, and since then, we have discovered the location of the fell emanations from the north, and it is this temple. And our knight incantor Morali has been scrying the runes of this ancient temple to find entry into the structure below. However, it is a long and arduous process, and while we were doing it, a fell wind blew in, and it was a plague wind, and the forces of Nurgle have arrived to ambush us and destroy us. It's going to be a good fight here. We have the Consecrators Vanguard chamber with lots of shooting versus the forces of Nurgle, who have lots of defense against shooting, and they're disgusting resilient, might see them through. So as you see, the plague tree is set up in the middle there. We are playing the mission focal points for today, which is we're using the new General's Handbook 2019 version. And the way the deployment works is it's halfway off, but you have to be 9 inches away from your enemy's deployment zone. So we've marked that off, and it's the entire length of the board. There are 5 objectives. There's one in the middle. There's one 18 from the middle up there, here, and then on the other side of that mountain up there. The way it works is controlling any objective gets you 1 point. The center objective gets you 2 points. If you control the far opposite objective, so this one and this one, you get 3 points. If you control this one and this one, you also get 3 points. You control the objectives by having the most models within 6 inches of it at the end of your turn. So, can the forces of Nurgle overwhelm the defending Stormcast? And here we have the Stormcast, storm host of my own design, the Consecrators. And for this special mission we're running for today, we're actually going to be trying out one of the new General's Handbook 2019 missions, but we're adding in a special stipulation for the fluff and the narrative today that I will not be able to arrive from the heavens. I will not be able to ride the lightning from Azir, because we were already set up. We had an established battle against the Beastclaw Raiders last week, and we're continuing the narrative today. So keep that in mind. I won't be able to do any deep striking as a self-imposed rule. But the Vanguard chamber of the Consecrators is out again today, and they are led by Lord Arcus, the Lord Aquilor, and we are running the Tempest Lords again, and he is going to have the Patrician's Helm artifact. I love the Lord Aquilor for his teleporting abilities. He doesn't really hit super hard unless you get a lucky roll, but he's very mobile, and he can put some damage on some lesser heroes, or finish off some weakened stuff where he needs to be. So great hero, Lord Aquilor Arcus. And then for another hero today, we have the Knight Incantor Morali, named by my daughter, and she is going to be taking the Everblaze Comet that you see behind her. Love the Knight Incantor for the denial and the spell. Just an excellent all-around spell caddy. Don't leave home without him. And other heroes up on the ridge, we've got the Knight Venator with his Star Eagle. And we also have down here in the front a Knight Zeros with his lantern, getting ready to come in and shine the beacon on our foes today. It actually, hopefully it comes in handy. It might actually, we are fighting chaos, so that lantern, instead of doing D3 mortal wounds to everything in 9 inches of it, I think it's 9, something like that, it's going to do D6 mortal wounds to all the chaos ones. So it's pretty useful once per game nuke, but you have to get him into position because he has to use it in the hero phase. So hopefully that comes into play. And that's the heroes. And we're going to move over to the battle line. For battle line, I have 2 squads of Vanguard hunters, and they are equipped with swords. And behind them, I have 2 separate squads of 5 Judicators with their primes. Gotta always have those, as many prime bows as you can. I find that they're the ones that do all the work. So that's the battle line. And for support, long range support, we have the Vanguard Raptors. Love these guys. I'm working on building up more. but for today we'll just have 3 with their trusty Etherwing that can let them do overwatch shots. Behind them we have 3 Vanguard Paladors with the javelins and pistols. Very good shock cavalry, very quick, can hit pretty hard, but they definitely cannot get into a prolonged engagement. But their speed allows them to outflank, go around, and be where they need to be, and that's kind of where their defense comes from, is their speed. Behind them we got 2 squads of 3 Etherwings. Absolutely awesome screening unit. I think they are the unsung heroes of the Stormcast Battle Tome, alongside our other animal friends, the venerable Griffhounds, the squad of 6 of them. They are, in my opinion, fantastic, but everybody else thinks they're terrible. So I want their points to come down, obviously. So make sure in all the forums and everywhere you look, you're spreading the disinformation about how bad the Griffhounds are. So that's, oh, and then finally, rounding out the list, we have in the back here 2 squads of 3 prosecutors with javelins and tridents. So there's 2 primes, each having a trident back there. So that is the 2,000 points of the Consecrator Stormhost for today. Well, it's actually, excuse me, it's 1950 points, this list in particular. But I am purchasing the extra command point for 50 points in this particular battle. So I will be the Tempest Lords again, and we will start the game with 1 command point, and hopefully we generate some more. So that's that. Moving over to Nurgle. All right, and here we are with the forces of Nurgle, commanded by Seth.
All right, so in the back there we've got the Great Unclean One. He is running Grandfather's Blessing, the Endless Gift, so he can get all of his wounds back, and Favored Poxes. Along with him is a Spoil Pox Scrivener, a Herald of Nurgle with the Wither Stave. He's right down there in the middle. They are also bringing with them 30 Plague Bearers, because more Plague Bearers is always better.
Fantastic.
In addition to that, I am running a Blight Cyst. That's just going to be comprised of the Harbinger of Decay, the Lord of Blights, and 3 squads of Blight Kings. One of the squads is 10-man, and then 2 5-man squads as well.
Okay. Wow, lots of meat. Lots of wounds.
That's right. We're buying an extra command point, and have 1 for the the Blight Cyst, and then we'll see how it does. And
you had some point changes to your list because of the handbook.
I did, yeah. So this used to be, I think, 1980. It ends up coming out at 1940, even buying the extra thing. So next time I think I might buy an Endless Spell or
oh yeah, go for the Geminids. If you have 60 points left over, Geminids is an excellent choice. Yeah. But I mean, this is kind of like your first game with the new handbook, so you weren't ready for the changes.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
found out about them like 10 minutes ago.
Okay, just found out that you can get Geminids, which is great. So cool, and yeah, make sure everybody, when you're making your list, make sure you double check the handbook to make sure you don't have any extra. Maybe you got some free points out of it. Not everybody is so hardcore that they know everything that's happening. Some of us have jobs, so
that is a thing. That is certainly a thing.
But it's looking good. You painted these guys up great, and really, really quickly as well. So yeah. Green is pretty easy, but I think they came out pretty well. I like Nurgle's colors. Truthfully, I'm a little bit sick of it, but Nurgle will do that to you. But it's done.
It's done.
It's done. That's all that matters. Yes. It's like exercising.
That's right.
You don't want to actually do it, but once you're done, it feels good.
But it feels great.
All right, everybody. Well, make sure you get painting too, so you can feel good as well. And we're going to be moving on to deployment. And here we are with deployment. So Nurgle won the roll off. They got to deploy first, but let's be real here. They were going to deploy first anyway because they only have like 4 drops with their battalion. The Stormcast have no battalion, so I have like 15 something drops, which is fine. I definitely plan to go second with my list. So we'll just run through it really quickly. On the left flank here, covering this objective, we have the Prosecutors, the Vanguard Hunters, the Judicators, the Paladors, and the Etherwings. In the central position here, we have the command and support area here, I guess, is going to be Lord Aquilor Arcus and Knight Incantor Morlai. She is up there reading the scrawlings on the ancient ruins, trying to locate the entrance frantically while we're under attack. The Longstrike Raptors are up there. The Etherwings are here. Gryph-hounds down in the front, supported by the Vanguard Hunters, the Judicators, the Prosecutors, and the Knight Venator here on the side. Oh, I forgot to put down the Knight of Zeros. I'll drop him down in a second. He'll probably be in a central position as well. And then we'll look at the Nurgle side. All right, for the hordes of Nurgle, we have the Blight. Is this the Blight Cyst over here?
Yes, so we have 10 Blight Kings in the front there, along with the Blight Lord and the Harbinger. One more squad of 5 Blight Kings in the back, along with the Great Unclean One with the bell for some extra speed. Over here we've got the Herald and the Plague Bearers. Almost called them Poxwalkers. Wrong game. And then finally 5 more guys, 5 more Blight Kings on the end there.
And your tree in the middle.
Yeah, so we dropped the tree. We're gonna hopefully gum up the center there. It'll be good.
Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be hard for me to get into your lines. So we'll see how this goes with my inability to really push. So hopefully the arrows work. Okay, so that's that. And then are you going to take first turn?
I am going to take first turn.
All right, that's it. Nurgle, turn 1 coming up. All right, Nurgle, turn 1, hero and movement phase have been completed. So what went down? Let's start with the hero phase. What did you do in the hero phase?
So the first thing we did is we generated the contagion points. We got 4 for our side because we had people on our side, no enemies. And then we rolled a 1 for the D3 we got from the tree. We cast Foul Regenesis with the Great Unclean One. That let me rotate the table, which I did for +2 movement, which is pretty good.
Fantastic.
I also spent some command points. He failed his other spell. I also spent some command points. 1 command point to give Cloud of Flies to this front squad, which gives them -2 to shooting and -1 against melee. I also gave the put up the Feel No Pain bubble for the Harbinger.
Awesome.
That was my hero phase. For movement...
And then, but for movement...
Well, for movement, I rolled lots of 6s and 5s, so...
for your advance roll.
For my advance roll, because... So the way this works is, as long as a unit is within 7 of the tree, they can advance and charge, which is pretty cool, especially when you have a base movement of 4. You get +2 to that movement from your wheel. You get +3 to that movement from having the Great Unclean One with the bell, and then you advance 6. That's a cool 15.
That gets you Plague Bearers 3 inches away from my front lines on turn 1.
It
So,
does.
and now we did start a little closer because this
We did, correct.
We were only 18 away. So yeah.
But even so, as you can imagine, you can really slingshot Nurgle across the board.
And you,
It's a surprisingly quick army.
especially for zombies,
Yeah.
you don't expect zombies to be so fast.
That's right.
So yeah.
So I did move up squad here with some of my heroes, moved the Plague Bearers over.
And the Great Unclean One just oh yeah, like the.
That's right. And then I backed off my 2 squads of Blight Kings, 1 here and 1 here. They have to be within 6 to hold the objectives, which they are. They're also within 7 of the board edge to hopefully prevent some, like, walk around teleporty.
Some Stormcast Vanguard shenanigans.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. So we'll see if that helps. But we are about to move into the shooting phase, and actually the only shooting attack that I have is a Death's Head from the Plague. The Lord of Blights.
So he just has a shriveled up head that he's going to chuck at me.
A single shriveled up head.
He's been ripening it for a while.
That's right. He's going to need a 3 to hit, which he does.
Yep.
He will need a 3 to wound. I apologize. He is firing against the birds.
Into the Etherwings right here.
Correct.
Yep.
It does wound.
It does
It
wound.
is Ren -3 for D3 damage.
Well, that is definitely going to go through. So D3 damage. Kills a bird and puts a wound on another. All right.
Let's do it. All right, so that is the ever impressive shooting phase. Now, normally I would also be able to shoot with these guys. However, they did advance, so they can't shoot.
Right.
Well, they can charge because of their proximity to the tree, but they can't shoot.
Got it. Cool. All right. So we'll get that wound put out, and then we'll move over to the charges. Okay, now we're moving on to the Nurgle charge phase. But when you have Ether Wings, fun things get to happen for Stormcast. So, as you can see, my long strike raptors are up here on the hill, and I got Ether Wings here. 18 inches is about up to here for that I can do their movement in the charge phase. So they're going to be doing that now. They're going to move 2d6. So they're only going to move 3, which is not going to allow me to block anybody. So that's disappointing from those, but I'll get their move ready. And then we're going to try over here with these as well to try to block the Blight Kings.
5 as well.
We just need a 5, and they did get it. So the blue birds are actually going to clog up those Blight Kings, but we failed over here with the red squad, and that's what we needed. So I'll get those moved up, and then Seth will go and do his charge.
I'm going to declare a charge with these guys. They're going to go 10 inches.
They got the big 10 for the charge. They're going to basically be able to get anything they want over here.
Yeah, they're going to wrap all the way around.
You're going to grab everybody.
To grab everybody.
Ballsy.
Okay. I actually don't have any other charges.
Yeah, and for those of you that might be curious, the reason why these guys cannot charge is because now there is because this is not a normal move that the Ether Wings do. They did get within 3, and when you're within 3 of enemy units, you can't declare a charge because you're technically in combat. So that would mean that his guys can't charge because they're technically in combat with the Ether Wings.
So normally they cannot move within 3, but because this is the charge phase, they're able
Right.
to.
It's not a normal move. Right. It's a special move, and that's what makes Ether Wings cool. The Redbirds would have just done their job. So we're going to get those guys moved up and move into combat. Okay, so we have 2 combats for Nurgle. They have the one over here against the Bluebirds, and we have this big one over here after he did his charge, and he's going to activate the Plague Bearers first. So we're getting all the pile-ins because there's a whole smattering of Stormcast units that are engaged here on this right flank. The speed of the zombie horde just catching me off guard as we defend this arcane ruin. So we'll get all these piled in and moved in, and we'll resolve those attacks.
Let's do it. So first on the bird, I need a 4. Nope.
Missed.
Then over here on the
Venador. Okay.
That guy, right?
Yep, the hero. Yep.
So that's 3 attacks, needing 4s.
Okay.
I am just outside of range. Should have left the guy back to re-roll those ones. All right, got too excited.
Wanted to kill.
That's right. So 1 wound.
1 wound on the Venator.
Yep, no rend, 1 damage.
No rend, so I have a 3 up. And I take 1 damage.
Cool. Then on the squad of hunters in the back, 1 hit, need a 3. That's a 3.
4 up for them. Nope, take another. I can't make saves. So that's another 1 wound on them?
Yep,
okay.
And then we're going to go 15 on the
Griffhounds.
Griffhounds. Need 4s, and that's obscene.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
Hopefully you failed a wound.
Yeah, let's see those 3s.
Oh!
That's all the 3s.
You didn't fail a single one.
No, it's going to be one of those games.
How many wounds?
10.
10 wounds. They do not have a save, but they do have 18 wounds in the squad. Each one has three wounds. Okay. So that will kill 3 and put 1 down to 2 wounds left. That's so right. We'll mark that up. So 1, and then there's 3 dead and 1 with 2 left.
Sounds good.
Cool. So then I will get my attacks back ready.
Yeah.
All right, over here we're gonna activate the Ether Wings. I piled them in as far away as I could get, but they're still gonna get eaten. So 4s, nope, that's a miss. Okay, so now we've got the Blight Kings piling in on the Ether Wings for some bird murder.
Let's go. Okay, so only 1 6. Every 6 turns into D6 hits. So that's
just 1. All right.
And then the 2s miss. And then I need 3s. All right, it's pretty good. So we have a total of 7 here. These are -1 because of the Blight Cyst.
Okay, so I don't think I get a save, so those birds are gone. Okay, and now we have the Vanguard Hunters have piled in. One of them has to be out to maintain coherency. It's guy back here. But they're kind of under his wings there. So 4 of them.
Remember that you are re-rolling 6s to hit because of my Wither Stave.
And then a -1 to hit as well.
You are -1 to hit.
So I'm going to be hitting on 4s. And
so you re-roll that 1 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Take out the misses. So 4 hits, and I am going to be wounding on 4s. 2 wounds, no rend.
Okay. So
from
these
the
guys
hunters
have a 5-up and then a 5-up.
Come on, kill one. Ah, disgustingly resilient. Oh, we're off to a wonderful start.
We might need to swap dice.
Hey, you know, they always come back.
That's true.
They always come back. It's the way it works. It's swinging.
I have no more units to strike, so...
Okay, so I'll just start going through all these units over here. So next is the Gryph-hounds. We got 2 of them left there, and one of them is the Gryph-hound Prime. So he has 3 attacks, and the other ones have 2s. So hitting on 4s because of the...
Rolling 6s.
Now the Wither Stave hits everything?
Yes.
Oh, man. That's pretty brutal. So only 2 hits, and then we wound on 3. So 1 wound.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. No, we wound on 4s. No wounds at all there from the Gryph.
Okay.
This is just...
Well, and then rolling 6s.
It all comes together. It works out great. So next we'll pile in the birds, and we'll do them next. Okay, the Lord Aquilhur was just out of 3 inches, so the birds are just going to pile in there, and they're going next. They hit on 4s, which will turn to 5s.
Re-rolling 6s.
Oy. So 3 hits. No, what am I saying?
1 hit.
1 hit. Wounded on a 3. That's a wound. No rend from the birds.
So 5-up.
Oh my lord. Okay, so the Judicators only had 2 that got in. They have their swords, so they're going to hit on 4s. Nope, no hits there. And then
Birdie dude.
the bird guy. So he's got his staff. He's going to hit on, I think he hits on 3s. So it'll be on 4s. That's 1 hit. That's 1 wound. No rend.
5-up.
Oh my goodness, saves are on fire. But those will come around too. Those will change. And then we got his Star Eagle goes in as well. Normally hits on 4, so it'll be hitting on 5s. And it will wound on a 3. Nope. So I got nothing. I didn't even kill a single Plague Bearer. Wow.
Well, I did make all of my saves.
You did make all your saves. Ooh, the tide of Nurgle is coming in strong. So in the Battle Shock for the Gryph-hounds, they are on a 6. And they lost 3, so that's not boding well. So I'm going to spend the command point. The Venator is in range to do that. Well, and my general is up on the hill there. So they're going to stick around. And then we tabulated the points. There are enough Plague Bearer bodies in range of the objective to take it.
Because you didn't kill any.
Because I didn't kill any of them. And then, so that means that Seth has gotten this objective and this one, the central one, and then the one in the back behind that mountain over there, which brings him up to 6 points on turn 1. A strong beginning for Nurgle. Can it continue? Can Sigmar has abandoned us? But we will pray, and hopefully he will return. Moving into Stormcast turn 1. All right, at the start of the Stormcast phase here, what we're going to do is we're Tempest Lords. So we spend our 1 command point. We automatically get 1, so I'm back up to 1. Then on a 4+, I get another command point, which I don't because we're cursed. We're cursed. So there's that. Now, I also forgot to roll it when I spent the command point because I have the Patrician's Helm. I get on a 5+, I get a command point back. Nope. So should have rolled those the other way. So we don't have any extra command points. We just have the 1, which may not be terrible. So there's that. But now we're going to be doing our hero phase, and we're going to be casting the Comet. So the Everblaze Comet is going to go, I believe it needs a 6. So she's up here, and we're going to cast the Comet. We need a 6. Goes off on a 10. It's a strong cast.
Do you have any other spells?
I have no other spells, just this one.
So we will try to dispel. I need an 11, right?
Yep. You don't have any bonuses?
Nope.
And that's a 2 and a 4. That'll not that will not do it. So I'm going to drop the comet down and we'll resolve that. Okay, comet is going to land right there. I think it's a nice position. They can burn things out on that objective. And it does clip this guy. So we're going to start with just at 10 inches. And he takes 3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Disgustingly resilient.
So I'll take 1.
Okay. Let's do the Blight Lords. Or whatever they... Not Blight Lords.
Yeah,
Blight Kings. Blight Kings. Wrong game again. 3 mortal wounds on the Blight Kings.
Okay, let's see what they do.
Ooh, three go through. All right. And then we'll start with the Harbinger here.
So,
D3 mortal wounds for 2. Is that a 3? Yeah. So
him.
2 mortal wounds on the guy on the horse.
Okay, he takes 1.
The guy behind him, which is the shrunken head guy, takes D3. That is 1 mortal wound on the Lord of Blights, correct?
Yep. And
He takes 1. And Big Papa Fatty takes 3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Takes 1 mortal wound. Wow. Okay, the power of Nurgle Ascendant here, blocking a lot of damage, but the comet is down. That will make all of his wizards within 5 also -1 to cast as well. So, pretty good. I like the positioning there. Glad we got that off. We needed that. And that is going to be our only hero phase activity. We'll move on to the movement phase and come right back. After the Stormcast turn 1 movement phase, this is what went down. I tried to get these prosecutors out somehow around this blob with their 12-inch move, because they're not in combat, believe it or not. They're just out of 3 of this huge blob of plague bearers. But I just couldn't do it. If I went up here, the one over here on this side couldn't make the 12. If I tried to go over here, the one on the other side. So what we're going to do is they're just going to stand still, and they're going to chuck their 18-inch javelins at this Spoilpox Scrivener. Did I do it? Okay. Back there. And believe it or not, they could potentially charge him. They roll 3d6 and they can charge 18 inches. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get them out that way. I'll roll phenomenally. I doubt it with this game. But then all the other units that are over here stayed in combat. So we're gonna put our shooting into them. I don't want to lose my most powerful asset. Here, the Paladors moved over to here, and they're just outside of 3 of the Plague Bears. Right, they would be up on that skull, technically. The Vanguard Long Strike Raptors moved back a little bit. Knight Incantor Morali moved over a little bit. She's 3 away from the Plague Bearers as well. Lord Arcus moved up. He's 3 away. And he's my goal here is to charge in and make him be in range of the central objective, and I could pull it off. The Etherwings fell back out of combat to this position here to try to get the central objective. Knight of Zeros zipped up over by the tree to try to get the Spoilpox Scrivener. And then over here on this side of the board, we had some more shuffling. The Vanguard Hunters moved up to get in range of the Blight Kings. Adjudicators moving into a defensive position, and the Prosecutors pushing up the left flank. So that's where we're at on the movement phase. I'm going to go into shooting phase, my favorite phase, next. Okay, so first thing first is we're going to shoot the Prosecutors 18 inches away at the Spoilpox Scrivener. So is he minus anything to hit? No minuses to hit. So they have 2 normal javelins. So the first one is going to, the 2 normal guys, they're going to be hitting on 3s. He is within 10 inches of the Knight of Zeros, so I can reroll 1s to hit.
Nope.
No, the target. He illuminates a target. It's like a laser. It's like a laser. Yeah.
That's like completely the opposite.
Yeah. It's completely the opposite of what you were thinking. Cool. He's the laser pointer lantern. That's it. So that's 2 hits from the javelins, and they wound on 3s. So that's 2 no rens on the Spoilpox Scrivener so far.
All right. So he's got a 5 up, I believe. Let me just double check that. No, he has a 4 up.
And because they're over 9 inches away, those are going to do 2 damage each.
Okay.
So that's 4 wounds.
4 wounds. This could kill him.
He takes 2. Oh, there's a leaner. Another leaner.
All right, people.
He takes 2, and then they still have the prime with his javelin hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the Azidos, and then wounding on 3s. That is 2 more minus 1s.
Okay, so these are 5 ups.
No. And that's 4 damage again.
4 damage again. I think he's probably dead. Yep.
Hey, we got him.
Ew.
And everybody says prosecutors are terrible. They just sniped that guy. Goodbye. Spoilprox Scrivener. Okay.
Good thing that's the last time you have to say that.
Yeah, right, yeah. So moving on, we're going to do the Vanguard Hunters shooting now into the Plague Bearers, and they are -2 to hit.
Yeah, so 5 to.
So I need 5s to hit, but I am re-rolling 1s. Okay, we got 1/1 in there. Oh, that's not too bad. So 4 hits and 4s to wound. That's 1 wound.
All right. Nope. And
Fail it! Fail it! No!
Immortal.
Oh no! This is why you play Nurgle. This is why, right here. Okay, so then the Knight Venator is going to be up next, and he needs with a -2. He hits on 2s, so it's going to be 4s to hit.
4s to hit.
4s to hit. Rerolling 1s. My son's going to roll this time. Okay, so that's 2 hits, and you need 3s to wound.
Or higher.
3s or higher. That's right. That is 2 wounds at -1.
6s. Nope.
And it's just 1 damage each.
All right. 5s.
Oh my lord, he makes them both again. Okay, and now the Star Eagle is going to be hitting on 6s because he's -2. Oh, we got a hit from the Star Eagle. And you need a 3 to wound, but a 6 to wound will be at -3 rend. So that's just 1 at no rend at all.
5 up.
1 damage. Oh, he's like 100% on this disgusting resilient saves. Okay, I'm getting a little demoralized. So, okay, so we've got now the Judicators here are going to be firing into the Plague Bears. These are the normal guys. They normally hit on 3s, so it'll be 5s, re-rolling 1s. And then the Prime hits on 2, so he'll be hitting on a 4. And he does D6 hits for just 1. And that is nothing. Wow.
Good talk.
Wow. I can't hurt him at all. The Vanguard Paladors are going to be up next. They have a 9-inch range on their pistols and 18 on their javelins. So we're going to put everything into the Plague Bearers, I guess. So 3 javelins at -2 to hit will be on 5s. Reroll those 1s. So 2 hits, wounding on 3s. 1 at -1.
6 up.
Are you going to fail? Disgustingly resilient, finally? Just 1 damage.
Just 1 damage. Let's see. Nope.
Ah! And then we got the Boltstorm pistols hitting on -2, so it'll be 5s. And 4s to wound. 3 wounds there. Just no rend, 1 damage each.
5 ups.
Oh no, it's going to happen. I feel it. Oh my gosh, I did some damage. So 2 Plague Bearers go down from the pistols from the Paladors back here. Next, we are going to fire the Long Strike Raptors into... The Long Strike Raptors are going to go into your Herald down there. And so he'll be at -1 to hit, correct? Because he's a character.
Correct.
So they are hitting on 2s normally. So this will hit on 3s. Okay, so 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Nothing. The light of Sigmar has abandoned us. Holy cow.
Don't worry. Don't worry. You've killed 2 Plague
Woo!
and a Herald.
We are beleaguered here. We're going to put the Judicators here into the Herald. So they hit on 3s normally, so it'll be 4s. So that's 2 hits there, and then the Prime hits on 2s normally, so it hits on a 3, 4. 1. Wow. I don't know if I could roll worse than this. Wounding on 3s, so that's 3 -1s on the Herald of Nurgle there.
Okay, so he is at 5s.
Just 1 damage each.
1 damage each. He takes
Takes
2.
2. Did he have 2 left, or did he suffer
No,
2?
He's suffered 2, so now he's suffered 4 total.
Do you have 3 left?
I believe he has 3 left.
Okay. Maybe we can snipe him. But we're going to move over to the Hunters, firing their pistols into the Blight Kings, which is really their only target. So
-2 to hit.
I know, but I don't have any other targets. So this will be hitting on 5s. Oh, wow. And they are in 10 of the 0s. Oh, another hit. The Hunters are angry.
Pretty good.
Wounded on 4s.
Let's see what you got.
All right, they're doing good. We got 4 wounds there.
Okay.
Just
minuses?
no rend.
Okay, so 4 ups.
Okay, and just 1 damage.
5 ups.
Just 1. I'll take it.
So the champ is down to 1 wound remaining.
1 wound remaining. Okay. All right, and these prosecutors here, one of them's a little far forward, but 2 of them can see the, what is it, Herald of, what is that guy called? The Harbinger, that's the word I'm looking for. And one of them, he only target he can see is these Blight Kings, so he's going to go into there. We'll start with the lone guy into the Blight Kings at -2, so he's hitting on a 5. Rerolling 1s from these zeros. No. And then we have the normal other guy into the Harbinger. That does hit. Wounds on a 3. Nope. And then we've got the Trident from the Prime. This will be into the Harbinger, hitting on 4s. Rerolling. Nope, he's not in 10. And wounding on a 3. That is 1 at -1. Good. Saved. Nurgle saves are strong. Holy cow. And that is actually going to be all of my shooting. So we're going to be moving into charges next. Okay, so first charge of the afternoon is going to be from the Paladors. Now, it doesn't look like it because they should be up on the skull, but we're doing the wobbly model. This will be a 3-inch charge for them. So let's see where they can get. They got a 9, so we're going to move them in, and then we'll come right back. Okay, so the Paladors made it in. Next up is going to be the Lord Aquilor going in, and he definitely made it as well. He's going to swing around this way. And the Knight Azeros up here, he's also going to charge. Oh, he only got a 3. So we're going to make sure we do the moves correct here, but I think we can get them both in. So, because he'll be able to tuck it in that little corner there.
Absolutely.
So, all right. And then, so we'll get those moved in. Oh, the Prosecutors. The Prosecutors. I forgot about them. They can move, they can charge 3d6, so hopefully they can jump over. They definitely can. So they'll be on the backside
so
surrounding.
11 inches.
They
can go anywhere they want.
Yep. And they're going to be charging those Plague Bearers. So we'll get all those moved up and come back with the combats. All right. Vanguard Paladors, all 3 of them are in on the Plague Bearers here. They're going to be attacking. They are hitting on, it's only -1 to hit in close combat. So this is going to be the Griffs first. They hit on 3, so it'll be 4s. But it'll be also re-rolling 1s because of the Azeros nearby. Okay. And 6s are mortal wounds. So that's 4 mortal wounds right there.
Okay.
And then they have their spears on the charge. Normally hit on 4s, so it'll be at 5s. We roll 1s. No. And then the Prime has a super blade. So 5 mortal wounds is what you suffer on that squad.
All right.
Oh my God. So only so they killed 2, and then the Plague Bearers are going to activate.
Correct.
Okay.
So Plague Bearers are going. We're going to start right over here.
Into the Paladors?
Yep, 1 attack there. So this is going to be a 4 to hit, a 3 to wound.
It's a wound. Any rend?
No rend. 1
So
damage.
4 up. Nope. Haven't made a save yet. So that's 1 damage on the Palador. So bringing 1 down to 4
That's
left.
Right. And we'll put 3 on the Knight Azeros. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Only 1 hit. 1 wound.
1 wound. No rend. So 3 up. Nope.
Making saves would be good.
So you make them all. I haven't made a save yet.
No, you have not actually. I have failed like 4 saves. Okay, so I have 7 total going on the Griffhounds.
Okay.
We're going to be going with 4s and then 3s.
And they don't have a save. So just 2 will kill that 1 Griffhound that's in there.
Okay.
We'll pull him out.
And then I have 5 coming back here on the other fly guys.
Prosecutors.
Let's go with 2 hits, 2 wounds.
Okay, so 4s to save. I save 1. That's my first save. So they take 1 damage. They do have 2 wounds, so we'll get that put out.
Okay. Then 3 on Bird Dude.
Venator.
1 hit and 1 wound.
3 up. I made it.
Nice. And then 6 finally on the squad of hunters there in the back. We have 3 hits and 3 wounds. No rend for 1 damage.
Okay, so 4 up. Save 1. which will do a wound, which will kill this hunter over here.
One more save.
Oh, one more save?
Yep, 3.
Nope, so kills one and puts a wound on another one. Okay, Lord Aquilor is going to be next. So his Griff Charger is going to go. Now he has the command ability for the Tempest Lords, where if he's within 6 inches of another Tempest Lord unit, he gets +1 to wound with all of his weapons. So his Griff Charger is going to be hitting on 3s, but goes to 4s. So that's just a mortal wound. And then his Axe goes, hitting on 4s, wounding on 2s. So 2, no rends there.
Lost a command point.
No, it's just his command ability. And then he has his sword. Oh, all hit with the sword, wounding on 2s. Nope, get rid of that. So 2 -1s from the sword.
Those are 6-ups. No?
2 damage each, so that's 4. Come on, save or fail some here. All right, so 3. Yes. All right. Then you got 2 no rends.
Okay, so 2 5-ups, right?
Yep. And they're 1 damage.
So 5-up, 1 more.
So 4. And then you have 1 mortal wound that went through.
Okay, so 5-up. Nope. Yep. So 5 total.
Oh, right. And that is why Lord Arcus is the commander. He just killed 3 he killed 5 when the rest couldn't do anything. So there's that. And we're moving on to the Zeros next. Okay, next we got the Knight of Zeros going into the Plague Bearers. At -1 to hit, that'll give him 4s. Rerolling 1s. So 2 hits, wounding on 3s. 2 -1s for 1 damage.
Alright, so 6s. Rolling that one. Okay, so 1 goes through.
1 damage.
5-up.
Nothing. And then we got the Prosecutors. So the 2 normal javelins will be hitting on 5s. So that's 1 hit. And then wounding on 4s, no wound. And then we've got the Trident. Does hit. Does wound at -1.
Okay, so 6-up.
That's 2 damage from the Trident.
So 5s. Takes 1.
Kills 1 there. And then we do one of our, this Griffhound should be dead. Next up are the Griffhounds. So there's 2 Griffhounds left. One's the prime. He has an extra attack. So they are going to be hitting on 4s. So 3 hits and wounding on 4s. So 1 wound from the Griffhounds. No rend.
Okay, so 5-up. He's good.
Oh my gosh, these saves. And then we've got Hunters over here. They'll pile in. So they would normally hit on 3s with swords. So it's going to go down to 4s. And there's no 1s there. Just, wow. It's a slog here. Wounded on 4s. 1 wound from the Hunters. No rend.
5-up. Nope.
Just 1 damage.
5-up.
Oi! Makes it. And then the Venator will pile in over to here.
Cool.
He's got his bow stave. So that's going to be 1 hit. And 1 wound.
Good.
Made it. And then the Star Eagle.
Let's go, Star Eagle.
That's going to be 2 hits from the Star Eagle. And 1 wound. No rend. 1 damage.
Good.
Doesn't do. And they just have 1 attack each. Rerolling 1s. So 2 hits. And 1 more save. 1 damage. Saved it again. These disgustingly resilient. This is out of control. This is out of control at this point. So that is all my attack. How many Plague Bearers did I actually kill? Like 6?
So you have killed 10.
10. Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from shooting in close combat. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad with like my entire army. So
admittedly, I have made 80% or more of my disgustingly resilient, and probably 80% of my saves.
it was fate. It's fate. You ambushed us here while you were trying to figure out what's going on. Well, we're definitely going to need that double turn at this point. I don't think I have any. Oh, I do have a battle shot. No, I don't have a battle shot because the Griffhounds only. They're at 6. They lost 1 model.
And they will have to re-roll a 1.
Okay, so on a 6 they would lose 1 model. No, that's a 3.
10.
You need the 1. You need the 1.
I need the 1, and I lose
anything
6
else. Yeah.
For anything else. Nope.
So you lose
I'll
3. Okay, not too bad. So thinning down the Plague Bearers a bit, and that'll be that. And we're going to go to the big old roll-off. So this is it. I need this so bad. If my bad rolls could come around right now. So
I'm gonna do it.
here we go. Nope. Nurgle's going to take it. Or are you? You're going to get, okay. Nurgle's going to take it for the no double turn, going into Nurgle turn 2. Oh, did I score points? The calamities continue for the Stormcast. The Lord Aquilor was just in 6 is how we positioned it and played it, which gives me, including the Etherwings, 4 models to his 3. I did claim the center. That's 2 points. I have this objective here for 3 points. But over here, Nurgle does have 18 models, and I only have 16. So they do retain control of the objective over here. Sadly. This is rough. And now going into Nurgle, turn 2. Okay, so after the Nurgle, turn 2, hero phase and movement phase, what went down? So
Sure. He went ahead and cast his poxes on here, his favorite poxes on these guys. So they are -1 to hit, -1 to their save, and -1 attack, something.
something. They're all the minuses.
Minus
Yep.
a bunch of stuff. He then failed he succeeded with his second spell, Foul Regenesis, but you canceled it.
I used the Knight Incantor's scroll to automatically block. You rolled a 10.
I did.
And so I just wanted to get that one out of there. So
Yep. So that's gone. I then used 2 command abilities. I used his ability to give +1 attack to these guys, and I used the Harbinger's ability to
do an extra super
do
save.
5-up. Yep.
So now they have 2 5-up saves.
No, it's just a regular.
Oh, they don't have it normally.
Correct. That's
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And
Cool.
then otherwise I just moved up. I did spend 7 command points to bring these guys in, to try to provide a little bit more support over there.
Okay.
And mainly just tie people up. And then, what else happened?
That's it. That's it. So we're moving into shooting. You got it.
Yeah, so I have a couple of shooting attacks. The first one I'm going to be doing is going to be from the big guy, the great unclean one.
Okay.
He's going to be shooting some noxious bile
Oh, he's throwing up all over us.
all over the birds. So that's D6 for 5 total
5 shots.
shots. He does need 3s to hit, so that's 4 hits. That to wound, he's going to need a 2. So that is going to be 3 for -2, 1 damage.
So it's going to kill 1 bird and put wound on another one.
Great.
All right. So next up is the
He's going to
Lord
be-
of Blights.
The Lord of Blights is going to be throwing his thrice ripened death's head at the birds as well. He is going to need 1 attack, 3 to hit. Yep, 3 to wound.
No wound. All right.
That misses. Okay, now I have 9 of the Blight Kings, and they are going to be throwing their heads at this unit right here.
The hunters.
The
Okay.
hunters. So there are 9 of them in total. They are going to need 4s to hit.
Oh.
So only 3.
Okay. The blessings of Nurgle have forsaken you.
Yeah, and then 1. No rend for 1 damage.
But I am at -1 save. So that puts me, because you're the spell. So that puts me to a 5. Nope. 1 damage?
Okay.
Is that all they do?
Yep, 1
Okay,
damage
so
on there.
1 guy suffers 1. I'll get that put up.
And that's it for me.
That's the end of the shooting. Okay, so we're on to the Nurgle turn 2 charge phase. But before anything happens in the charge phase, Etherwing move. Here we go. 2d6. They got 7. So we're going to measure it up and see what I can disrupt. All right, with a 7, we see the power of the Etherwings. Seth is upset. I see the waxing or the waning of Nurgle above us. The birds actually got 7. They're just in here, which gets them within 3 of the Blight Kings, which means the Blight Kings will not be able to charge. However, they can attempt to do a 3-inch pile-in. So you might be able to string them in to try to get some of my guys because I'm pretty close to you. Because they can pile in 3 inches towards the closest enemy, and then they have their 1-inch range. So you're probably still going to mess me up, but those Etherwings just stop the Great Unclean One and the Blight Kings from charging, which is crazy. So, on to your other charges. Do you want to charge with anybody else?
Yeah, so I'm going to charge with this unit right here. So they're going to get a 6, which is not going to be enough because they had to be 9 inches away.
Correct. And then over here, you could go with your heroes.
Correct. So this guy is going to declare a charge against the birds.
Friggin' birds.
Clean them up and let them move. He is going to get an 8, which is enough for him to pile in there. So I could declare a charge with this guy.
But do you want to?
He would need a 7. No, I don't think
Just going to hang out?
Yeah, he's probably just going to hang out.
Okay.
So
that's that. Now it's on to your first pick. So.
Okay. So my first pick is really going to have to be the
Plague Bearers. The elite of your army.
That's right. The Plague Bearers. So they are going to go ahead and swing. So against the this squad right here.
Adjudicators. Yep.
Well, so let's actually start over here because I have one guy going over there. One guy tucked in the corner there. Needs a 4, which I got, and then a 3.
You're rolling. It's just out of control. This is into the Paladors, right?
Yep.
So I didn't charge this turn, so now they have a 3 up. I made a save. I made a save for Sigmar.
All right. So then I have 4 guys against these hunters.
Yep.
Okay. 4 attacks. Only 1 hit this time. With a 3. Yep.
1 wound. They are not in cover, so just a 4. Nope. Take a wound there, but nobody was wounded yet, so that's just 1 there.
Okay, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 against the Griffhounds.
Okay.
Plus 1 because the boss dude is in there.
Okay.
So 3.
No, they don't have saves, so whatever you do is just going to... Okay, so that's 3. That's going to kill the 1 Griffhound. They'll be leaving the Griffhound Prime remaining.
Okay. And then I have 1, 2, 3 against the Hunters, and then I'll have 4 against this squad.
Okay.
So the 3 against those... Are these Hunters?
Those are Vanguard Hunters, correct. Yeah.
So no hits.
No hits.
'Cause I need 4s. And then I have 4 coming into here.
Prosecutors.
Just 1. And
that's
1
a wound. So they have a 4-up save. And I make it.
Yep.
Cool.
They're good. All right.
And do you have anybody attacking him?
No.
Oh, you already used his attacks.
I
Cool.
already used those attacks.
All right, so it'll be my pick. Okay. So we've had a bit of a discussion, and we're going to pose it to you guys. We have a conclusion, but obviously we're not the gods of Age of Sigmar, so... But this is how we decided.
With how I've been rolling, but
Well, okay. Some of us are touched by the gods, it's Seth. But, so I activated the Etherwings. Now, the closest model to them was clearly the Great Unclean One when they were over here. This guy was about a quarter of an inch or so away, where they were basically touching the Great Unclean One. So what we've done is they get their 3-inch pile in, so I've decided to move this way 3. They're kind of hovering in the air there. I didn't quite get 3 away from the Lord of Blights. Now they're going to attack the Great Unclean One. Now what we've said, because they did their weird move to stop this unit of Blight Kings from charging, now that they are more than 3 away from the Blight Kings, it's like now the Blight Kings cannot be activated for a pile-in. Because in order to pile in, you have to have completed a charge or be within 3 of enemies.
correct. So they stopped the charge, and now they are no longer within 3.
So now the Blight Kings can't do anything now.
Correct. They're actually stopped from being in combat. And the way that works, because the pile-in move says you only have to end as close as you were, or closer, to the nearest enemy model, which was
big guy. Yeah.
Great Unclean One. So the Etherwings are doing that.
Man, I'm loving Etherwing. This is the best 50 points I ever spent.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Well, that's pretty good.
So they're going to attack the big unclean one. And I don't even care if they do any damage. They're just laughing the whole time. So they hit on... Is there any minuses to hit against him?
There are no minuses to hit.
Okay, so they're going to be hitting on force. So that's 1 hit and wounding on a 3. There's 1 wound, no rend, 1 damage on the Great Unclean One.
Okay, so the Great Unclean One does have a 4-up. He will roll it. Nope, he doesn't make
It's
it.
behind his bulk. Okay.
That's right. So now it is a 5-up. He doesn't
Oh, well, of course you made it.
Of course he did.
Seth, disgustingly resilient.
Okay.
It's not your middle name. So, okay, so now it's going to go to you for your pick, which you can kill those annoying birds at this point.
Yep. So the Great Unclean One is going to go ahead and attack. It is worth saying that I am just within range, because he has a 2-inch range, that if you had not done that,
Yeah.
there's a possibility that he would have piled in over here.
Yes, because he could have swung around the birds.
That's right.
But I touched him with both birds.
Exactly.
So now he can't.
He can't do
Yeah.
that anymore. Okay, so
Tactics
Well,
in
hold on.
the pile-in phase. So.
pause this.
So again, we've been having a hearty discussion. Now I know I've heard and I've seen, and this is how I was understanding it's played.
This is also the way I understood it.
Yeah. So
prior to reading the rule
if
again.
both the Etherwings are touching the Great Unclean One, since he's a single model,
Can he rotate?
can he rotate around? And now the basis for would be the rules are talking about it's a singular model is what
Correct.
they're talking
So
about.
They literally say you must end as close to the nearest model, which is singular, no question.
Right.
Which means that if there are two, in theory, I could pick one, rotate around that one,
Right.
and be good.
Now
gonna play that.
right, because we're leaning towards the interpretation of it's inclusive of all. So if you're equally distant between two models, there you could never end a move further away from either of them. Right. So we're gonna go with the latter, and I think that's how most people play it. But that's that. So after all that, the Great Unclean One is gonna splatter some annoying Etherwings.
He is certainly going to try. So he has a Bile Blade, which is going to be 3 attacks. So he will need 3s to hit there. That Bile Blade will need 3s to wound. That's 2 wounds.
And what damage?
AP -1 for 1 damage.
So they have 1 wound left. One dies, one has a wound.
Okay, and then the Doomsday Bell is actually 4 attacks.
He's gonna clang with the bell.
It's gonna be good.
Oh, all hit.
And then 3s to wound, and then
Yeah, that's that.
same thing.
Kabang. Okay, the Great Unclean One had enough of those birds, so
Right.
they are gone. But they more than paid for their 50
Absolutely.
points.
They
So
prevented a charge that would have done some damage.
okay, so now that's all your combats. So now Stormcast are going to resolve this match. All right, first up is going to be the Knight of Zeros into the Plague Bearers, and they no longer do their Cloud of Flies because we've cut enough down. So he's going to be hitting on 3s, and I still rolled 2 2s. And wounding on 3s, nothing from the Knight of Zeros. Okay, well, we'll just move right over onto the Paladors. There's one Plague Bearer up on the hill that they're all touching. So they are going to attack that guy now. So Griff's first, hitting on 3s now. Rerolling 1s from the Knight of Zeros. So you've suffered 2 mortals there so far. And it's going to be 3s to wound. So 2 mortals and 3 -2s on the Plague Bearers.
Okay, so the Plague Bearers will take the 3 -2s. They get no save. So I guess actually it's just 5 total.
Just 5 disgustingly resilience, which you'll make all of.
None.
It's happening. It's happening. And then their javelins, what they would still be using. Yep. So that's they hit on 4s when they're in combat. So
Okay.
2 hits, and they wound on 3s. Nothing. And then the Prime has a special sword on a 2+. It does a mortal wound. That is another mortal wound, which you save. So I did kill 5 though. That's
You
great.
killed 5. And where were those from?
That was from the Paladors. Okay, so actually Seth backed up. He put 1 back here who was in 3 of the Aquilor because his goal is to try to force me to pile in with the Lord Aquilor to get away from that objective so his Great Unclean One can take it.
But if you kill the rest of them,
Then it won't matter.
Then it won't matter.
So my goal is to kill them all, which is
Yep,
not going to
that's
happen.
still the
So Venator he jumped up and over, so he's going to be attacking. He rolls double 1s, but he does get to reroll because of the Zeros. That's going to be 1 hit from his stave, and no wounds because we suck. And Star Eagle, reroll 1s. So 1 hit and nothing from him.
wow, man.
Oh, it's good. And then all of the hunters will be able to get in now. So there's 4 left because you killed 1, 2, 3, 4. They are going to hit on 3s now. No 1s to reroll. And they're going to wound on 4s. Okay, so 3 wounds from them. 3 wounds, no rend, just 1 damage on the Plague Bearers.
5s, nope.
Okay.
And then 5s. Nope.
Ooh, so there's 3 more go down. That's great. The prosecutors are going to pile in, if I can, with all these crazy wings going on.
I know what you're trying to do.
Yep.
You're good.
So we got the 2 normal javelins, and then combat they hit on 4s. So that's 1 hit. Wound on 4, so that's 1. No rend, just 1 damage.
Okay. Nope. And
Saved it. And then the Prime's Trident hits. Does not wound. Okay. And then we've got the Gryph-hound that's in there. Is the Gryph-hound Prime. He's going to re-roll 1s. So 1 hit and 1 wound. Just normal wound. Come on, fail it. Gryph-hound, yeah, eats a guy. So he takes 1 down. And then over here, we're going to have the Judicators go in. And looks like we'll get...
4?
Nope, I'm only going to get 3 in, I think. Because of the way everything is... the way everything's sticking together there.
Yep.
They only have 1 attack each anyway, so hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, and wounding on 4s. So 3. Wow, cutting down 3 with their knives.
Wow.
All right. And then, that was not enough. That was not enough. The Lord Akalor is going to have to pile in, ceding the middle ground. Oh, no. Oh, no. Because we are under the impression that you cannot hold back. You have to pile in and attack. We might be wrong. Correct us if we are. So
I believe you
I think
pile in and attack. You can choose which weapons you use.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, you know what? I want to kill some Plague Bearers anyway. So Lord Aquilor going in, and remember he does have the Tempest Lord, so he's +1 to wound. So the Gryph-hound, the Gryph Charger, does 1 hit and 1 wound because he was wound on 2s. It's going to be -2. So that was a disgusting resilient.
Yep.
So he died. Kills 1. Then he's got his axe. He does do 1 hit there and wounds on a 2. That is another no rend. Saved it. And then he's got his sword. Reroll 1s to hit. 3 hits and wounding on 2s. So 2 -1s.
So 6s.
2 damage each.
2 damage each. 5s. Nope.
Cuts down 2. So there's 2 Plague Bearers left. The banner is... The squad is split. There's a guy here. The banner's over here. So hopefully they come back. But they might just battle shock off, actually, if you don't get that 1. Right. But I did lose the middle ground. It is Seth's turn. So for battle shocks on a 6, I'll lose this Gryph-hound here. Nope, he sticks around. And then it is battle shock over to Seth.
That's right.
You lost 16.
The way that works out is... If I roll a 1, I'm good.
No, so they're dead.
They are dead.
Nothing was in range to save them, so they pop, they explode, and go back to the realm of Nurgle.
But don't worry, they will be back.
They did their job. Cool, and it is Seth's turn, so like we said, you do pick up the central objective. So that's 2 points.
Additionally, I do have this objective.
So that's 1 point.
And then I have that objective and this back objective.
Did pick up the 2 over here. So that is going to be 6 more points.
So that is 12 total.
12 to 3. 12 to 3. But we did clear out these Plague Bearers on your turn, which is huge. If I double turn, this is going to be brutal stuff. So this is an interesting turn of events going into Stormcast, bottom of turn 2. Okay, going into the bottom of turn 2, it's the Stormcast. I am the Tempest Lord, so I got another command point for being my turn. I'm up to 2. Do I get another one on a 4+? No. So I have 2 command points, but I still have that Patrician's Helm. So we're going to, hero phase, we do have a spell. And I think what we're going to do, since the comet's already out, is we're going to do Celestial Blades on the Paladors. Okay, so Celestial Blades needs a 5+. Going on to the Paladors, it'll give them +1 to wound on their melee weapons. That is going to go off on a 7. Do you want to try to block? That's my only spell.
Sure. So I will need a...
Okay, that'll do it. So that is an 11, and that'll do it. So that is the end of the hero phase. Okay, so after movement, we had a ton of movement. I'm betting on that the odds shall be in my favor, and I will win the double turn. But the way it's been going, I'm not so sure. So what do we got here? So this side of the board, we moved everybody within 6 that we could of the objective. So we got 10 models on it. We have the prosecutors moved up to be 18 inches away from the Great Unclean One. Vanguard's Long Strike Raptors stayed still. The Zeros moved from here over to here. Aquilor moved up on the hill. Paladors up this way. Judicators in here. Prosecutors took up a position 9 inches away from the Great Unclean One. And Gryph-hound and Hunters are moving up this direction. And the Venator went over here to be sneaky. So that is the movement phase. This is Operation Kill the Great Unclean One, double turn, and kill the Blight Kings. But... we'll see. I'm on the back foot. I need to do some stuff, so let's see what happens going into Stormcast shooting. Let's do the inconsequential shooting first. So the Hunters have 2 models in range of those Plague Bearers. Are they -1 to hit?
They are not.
So hitting on 3s with their pistols. So that's 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. We got 2 wounds from the pistols on the Plague Bearers. No rend.
I'm sorry, they are, but...
Oh. We forgot.
Yeah.
I'll do it again.
Okay.
All right. So they hit on 4s, rerolling 1s.
There you go. 3.
And 4s to wound. 2 wounds, exact same thing. All right.
5s? Nope.
And
5.
resilient 1 dies. I'll take it. Okay. Let's do the Judicators into the Great Unclean One. So we got 4 normal guys. Rerolling the 1s from these Zeros. I'll hit. And the Prime hits on a 2 for D6 hits. For 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Oh my god. 1 wound and -1. The Great Unclean One.
Alright, so the Great Unclean One has a 4-up.
Takes 1 damage.
And he has a 5-up. Nope.
So takes 1. Alright, we're off to a terrible start. And... we'll do the other squad of Judicators into the Great Unclean One. Ending on 3s. Rerolling 1s. So 2 hits. Prime. Hits for 1. Yep, I called it. So, wounded on 3s. 2 -1s on the Great Unclean One.
5-ups?
Oh, good lord. Well... this is not going very well.
Don't worry, he heals all his wounds.
I know. Long Strike Raptors into him. That is 6 mortal wounds because I rolled 3 6s to hit. So, angry dudes.
5, 6.
5 damage.
5 damage. He's down.
Good long strikes. I like you guys. You can stay. The Lord Aquilor, his heavy Boltstorm pistol. Rerolling the 1s, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. So that's 1 no rend, 1 damage. Good. And the prosecutors here, 2 normal javelins, hitting on 3s. That's at 2 hits and wounding on 3s. 2 normal saves. No rend. 1 goes through, that's 2 damage. Save and save. Reroll 1s from the trident. Nope. Wounding on a 3. That is 1 at -1 on the Great Unclean One.
So 1 at -1?
Yep, and it'll do 2 damage.
So 5 up.
Yep, 2 damage. 2 go through. Cool. Paladors, they're going to shoot their 3 Boltstorm pistols into the Great Unclean One. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. So 2 no rend, 1 damage each.
4 ups.
1 fail, and another plink. 3 javelins into him. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Nope. And wounding on 3s. That's 2 minus 1s. Save. Oh. Okay, so the Great Unclean One has 7 wounds left, and we only have 2 squads left to shoot. We haven't used it yet. Star-fated arrow.
Gonna miss.
We wrote his name on the arrow before the game began. It's happening. And the eagle into the Great Unclean One. Here we go. That's a hit. That's a wound, and -1 from the Star-fated arrow.
So
you need a 5.
Need a 5 up.
Oh, disheartening. How much damage would I have done? I always like to do that if you would have failed that. He would have only done 5 damage. It would not have been terrible. But anyway, now we got the eagle into the big guy. All hit. And we have 2 wounds. Normal, no rend on that.
Okay, 4 ups.
And 1 damage.
Good.
Freaking Great Unclean One. Okay, all right, prosecutors. It's down to you. Javelins into the big guy. We got 2 normal javelins. 1 hit and 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's 1 normal save. It would do 2 damage, actually, with that range.
So 1 goes
charged
through.
with the power of Azir. Just 1 damage, so 6 left. We got the trident from that squad. Rerolling 1's the hit from the Aziros. 2 hits. 3's the wound. That is 2 wounds at -1. So 2 damage again. Oh gosh, these disgustingly resilient. So he has 6 left.
He has 6 left.
He has 6 left, and that is all of my shooting. Oh no, I didn't shoot these hunters yet.
You did, didn't you?
No, because they only have a 9-inch range.
Okay.
I'll measure that up and get the dice ready. Okay, and we got the Vanguard Hunter pistols. 3 of them into the Harbinger. 2 of them into the Lord of Blights. One of them is the Prime that's going into the Harbinger first. -1 to hit, correct?
Correct.
So, force. That is 2 hits on the Harbinger. 4's to wound. 1 wound on the Harbinger. Does he get his... No rend at all. Saved. And then we got 2 into the Lord of Blights. And they all miss. Good job, hunters. So that's that for the shooting. That is all the shooting. We are going to go to charges to finish off this Great Unclean One. Paladors going in. 5. That'll make it in for them. We're going to charge in the Lord Aquilor as well, just to make sure. He got a 4. We'll have to measure that up. He may not make it because he is up on the terrain there. And the Knight Incantor up on the hill there is going to go in. 7, she definitely made it. And I'm not sure I want to actually charge over here. These prosecutors are indeed going to go after those plague bearers there. So they did 3d6. So they got an 8. They're definitely going to make it. So we'll get the charges moved up and go into combat. Okay, so Knight Incantor charges in. She's just in 3 of the Blight Kings, even though I did kill one of their models. Otherwise, this would have done a lot more damage. Yeah. But she's going to blow all 3 of the flasks. So that means her, and then the Great Unclean One, the Lord of Blights, and the Blight Kings are all going to suffer 3 mortal wounds. So she has 5. She goes down to 3 right there.
Goes down to 2.
Oh, 2, because I can maths, right? So I'll go get a token then. She has 2 left, and then you get to do your disgustingly resilience.
Sure. So he's going to disgustingly resilient for 2.
Saves 2, but he has 5 left.
This guy,
Lord of Blights, takes 3. I'll take that.
3, and then on these guys, 2.
2 on them. Cool. All right. She did that, and then I get to pick a unit to attack with. Great Unclean One only has 5 left. We're going to spend a command point. I have 2 left. We're going to spend a command point from the Lord Aquilor on the Vanguard Paladors there. On a 5+, I get it back because of the Patrician's Helm. I do, so I did not actually. Still have 2 left. This is the Tempest Lord's command ability that they get for being the Storm Host. It gives that unit reroll 1s to wound in the combat phase.
Great.
And I'm going to do it again on the Knight on the Lord Aquilor himself. He'll do it to himself as well. Do I get it back? I do. Still didn't spend it. And we're, you know what? We're gonna do it on the Knight Incantor too while we're at it. Do I get it back? No. So I have 1 command point left, but they are all re-rolling wound rolls of 1 this phase. I would do it on the prosecutors, but they're too far away. So, and then we're gonna do the Palladors attacks first. All right, Vanguard Palladors into the Great Unclean One. No minuses or anything?
I don't think so.
No? Okay, so that means this is the Griffs. They're going to be hitting on 3s. And they are re-rolling 1s from the Knight of Zeros up on the hill. Oh man, this is a good start. So that's 4 mortal wounds and wounding on 3s. So you take 4 mortals, and that was a 3, I knocked it over. 3 minus 2s for 1 damage.
Okay, so the minus 2s are going to end up being 6s. Okay. So no, they all go.
So that is going to be 7 disgustingly resilient, which I'm sure you will be fine and make all of. But you do only have 5 wounds left.
I only have 5 wounds.
Can the big man himself, can he stay?
To keep these. Okay, so I do pass 3, which does keep me alive, and in addition, you take 2 mortal wounds.
The Palladors take 2 mortal wounds back from bleeding all over me. All right, we'll get to that. And you failed 4. Is that right?
I did.
So you have 2 left. Okay, Palladors still have weapons though. They have you did not kill one with that, so they do have 3 javelins. Okay, re-rolling the 1s. No javelin hits because they hit on 4s. And then the sword. That's another mortal wound from the Pallador champion's sword.
Good.
He only has 2 left. That's got to be bottom bracket for him.
He actually has 1 left.
He has 1 left.
Yeah.
1 left. Okay. All right. Well, it is your pick.
Well.
I'm following.
Yep. So 3s.
Oh Lord. Okay.
And 3s.
2 wounds.
Actually 2s because I'm +1 to wound. So
now that we've remembered.
Yeah,
yes.
3 wounds at -1.
-1. She starts out at a 3. So 4s. She saves them all.
Wow. Okay, that's
clutch. That was clutch. That was the 5s. That's right. I stole your 5s. Okay.
That's right.
All right. Here's the 4 Blight Kings into the Vanguard Hunters.
Yep.
Now, does the spell that you put on them last until your hero phase?
Yes.
So they are at -1 save here.
That's correct. And these 6s, and I should have actually done this over there, but again, not worrying about it, become D6 hits apiece.
Ooh, brutal. So
that
an additional
2,
13 hits.
That one is 5, and this one is 6. And then the 2s do not hit, but everything else does. And because of my +1 to wound, I will need 2s to wound.
Nasty. Very nasty.
So let's see here. We've got
So 17 -1s coming through on the poor Vanguard Hunters. So they have a 5-up save. I can do it.
You can do it.
Okay. All right.
That's good.
All right. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And they had 1 wound, so that's it. They're dead. Exactly to the man.
Yep.
Good stuff. Okay. The hero, Lord Arcus, brandishing his shining blade to finish off the Great Unclean One. He's hitting on 3s. He's re-rolling 1s. Wow, he's angry. He wounds on 2s. And it would have been re-rolling 1s. That is 3 -1s for 2 damage each.
All right, see all the 5-ups? That's 2 of them.
So 2 go through. Statistically, this is it. Just 2 damage. Great Unclean One goes down with just 1 wound. I did have some extra attacks, but heroically, Lord Arcus fells the foul demon.
That's right.
Sends him back to the warp.
He is gone.
All right, and then it'll be the Lord.
Don't worry. When I get 29 contagion points.
bring him back. Oh, we might have to mount a retreat after this. Oh.
That's right.
So, Lord of Light's going
Lord
to
of
finish
Light's
off the
gonna go.
Knight Incantor.
That's right. So he's got 3 attacks.
All hit.
They all hit. He wounds on 2s.
No. 1 wound.
That is 1 wound -1 for 2 damage.
4-up save. She saves it. She sticks it. Knight Incantor Morali is a hero.
Good.
Wow. Okay, and then you don't have any other attacks, correct?
No,
oh no, you do.
Oh, I do.
We
Yes.
both do. We forgot about this and we were caught up over there.
Completely.
So prosecutors will go first.
Yep.
So we got the 2 normal javelins. These are hitting on 4s. They're not intense, so no reroll. And then we got the trident hitting on a 4. Nope, nothing. So your attack's back. Okay, so that's 2 hits, and then you still have the +1 to wound, right?
I do.
So 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Okay, and they have a 4-up save. Save. Okay, the light of Sigmar is returning.
We like it.
We're starting to make our saves.
We like it.
So that is all the combat. I do not have any battle shocks. You don't have any Oh wait, no. The Judicator is now going to pile in. We'll get that done real quick because it's pretty mean. So at the end here, the Stormcast have controlled this objective and the central objective. We didn't quite get that one because they messed my guys up. But that is 3 more points. So it is 12 Nurgle, 6 Stormcast. And we're going into turn 3. Can Stormcast and can Sigmar give us the double turn? No! Nurgle pulling out the turn again. Nurgle just making this a grind fest.
Before we do anything else, you do have some more wounds to take.
Yeah, the comet is going to burn me. It's only going to hit the Paladors.
How does this work?
On a 1 through 3, it's going to take a mortal wound. On a 4 through 6, it's going to take D3. So just 1 mortal wound does not kill a Palador. One has 1 left. And we're now going to move into Nurgle, turn 3. Okay, Nurgle, turn 3 hero phase was actually pretty stinking brutal. So the wheel turned, and
You got the burgeoning, which says that on a 5-up, every unit within an inch of a terrain feature takes a mortal wound, unless they're Nurgle, in which case they heal.
okay, right. So all the terrain starts bubbling and oozing pus and toxins everywhere, spouting out gases, and does a mortal wound to these guys. Does a mortal wound to him. Does a mortal wound to the prosecutors.
Yep.
So that was pretty nasty. Luckily, it failed to kill off one of the Judicators or hurt the Lord Aquilor, which was a big deal. Then, poor Incantor Morlai, who's a hero, has now been...
The Blight Kings have an ability that on a 6-up, units within 3 inches of them, within 1 inch of them take a D3 mortal wound.
What's it called?
It is called Virulent Discharge.
So they virulently discharge all over Incantor Morlai, and she is slain. Actually rolled the 6 and did 3 mortal wounds to her, and rolled the 6 on the Judicators, doing 2 mortal wounds and killing one of the Judicators. It was nasty. So 6 is on both units.
Correct.
And then you did the command abilities.
Correct.
From the Harbinger.
So the Harbinger put his bubble out for Feel No Pain, or Disgustingly Resilient, and he did his ability, Cloud of Flies, on these guys. So they are -2 to hit against shooting and -1 in combat.
Fantastic. Okay, so now we're going on to Nurgle movement. Okay, and for movement for Nurgle, the Harbinger moved up to here. Lord of Blights moved up 3 away. And then big thing here is the Plague Bearers fell back, and then the Blight Kings, they advanced. They rolled a 1, but they had the banner,
bell.
The bell gives them +1 more on their advance, which just got them into 7, so they'll be able to charge. And then back here in the back, the Blight Kings just held strong back there. So
that's right. So now we're
these are tied up. So going right into shooting, we're going to chuck that Death Head from the Lord of Blight.
Yeah, so he's got a Death's Head. He's going to throw it at the... Is the Lord Incantor -1 to hit here?
The Lord Aquilor? Yes.
That's one.
He does have Lookout, sir, because that squad has 3 or more models.
Then in that case, he's going to throw it at that squad.
Okay.
We'll try to cut them down a little bit. He hits. He wounds.
And it's -3?
-3.
5, 6. That's it. Goes right through.
Okay, so it is -3 for D3 damage. For 3 damage.
Okay. So it's going to kill 1 and bring another 1 down to
2 wounds.
3 wounds. They have 5 each.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
So the Blight Kings here are going to chuck their severed heads at the poor adjudicators.
Not their severed heads, but somebody else's severed. Okay. So they need 4s to hit. Not super exciting.
No 6s, thank God. Oh, they don't explode on 6s, do they?
Explode.
So
Nope.
just 3 wounds?
3, no rend, 1 damage apiece.
So 4 ups. So 1 dies, actually, from that.
Okay.
Kill him.
Alright, so
sure.
first thing first, we're going to charge the
Harbinger.
Harbinger. He will
A
go
4.
which
Not a lot.
Isn't a lot. It will get him within striking range. If he were to go
You could get both of those guys, really.
there
Yep.
to get both of them. And then the Lord of Blights
10.
gets 10.
We'll measure it up and see where he can go. So the Lord of Blights, he did roll a high, and he could have gotten up here, but then Seth remembered that these guys overwatch, and he did not want to risk taking bolts to the face as he climbed up that wall. So he did go into the Lord Aquilor. And then up here, obviously, they were only 3 away. These Blight Kings did
And
make
you
it
get
in.
+1 to charge.
+1 to charge. So they only needed a 2. They're going to make it. They got into the prosecutors, and they're going to tear them up. So going into combat.
Yeah, we are. And so the first thing I want to do is I want to use the Harbinger of Decay.
Okay, Harbinger of Decay.
That's right. He has a scythe and a fly-blown bite for his mount, but he also has a rot sword, which says once per battle at the start of your... Oh, never mind. Never mind.
He just has the scythe.
Yep, just
Okay.
the scythe for now.
Okay, and where's he putting that scythe?
So he is going to put the scythe into the Lord
Aquilor.
Aquilor.
Okay.
It's 3 attacks, needing 3s to hit,
2 hits.
needing 3s to wound. 2 wounds, rend -1.
Okay, I have a 3-up save, so that'll put me to a 4. Oh gosh, they both go through.
And it is D
No!
damage apiece.
Fail. So only 3,
Only 3.
bringing him down to 3, and then his mount has to go. Right. So his demonic mount is going into the Lord Aquilor.
3 attacks.
3 attacks.
This needs 4s, so 2 needs 4s, nothing.
Nothing, no wounds from
Okay.
his bites. Okay, so that means it is my turn, and I am going to activate Lord Aquilor to try to kill that the Lord of Blights back
Yes.
there. So I'll get my dice, and we'll. Okay, so I'm going to use my command ability for the Tempest Lords, which will give the Lord Aquilor reroll wound rolls of 1 in melee. And does he get it back? He does. So I still have a command point.
You want to use it again?
No, I actually do want to save it.
Okay.
So his Griff is going to go into the Lord of Blights there. So hitting on 3s. Oh, one went behind the mountain there. What was it? It was a 1. I can reroll 1s from the Knight of Zeros on the hill. So that's 3 hits, and I'm wounding on 2s. Rerolling 1s. Nope. So 2 minus 2 so far for 1 damage on the Lord of Blights.
Okay, so they are 6s. Nope.
1 damage each. So
Go
2.
through.
How many does he have left?
1.
1 left. We will use the sword to strike him down like his master, the Great Unclean One. Rerolling 1s. That's 2 hits. Wounded on 2s. That's 2 minus 1s for 2 damage each. Oh boy, both go through. That's 4 damage. Valiant effort. But he still goes down.
He does.
He still goes down. Wow. 3 of the 4 disgusting resilience made, but Lord Aquilor Arcus striking him down. It'll be your go. So it's
That's
either
right.
one of the Blight King's units.
So I will swing with these Blight Kings over here.
Okay.
So that is 15 total attack.
He's getting that ready. And this is the 15 attacks from the Blight Kings. Oh my god. This is going to hurt. Okay, only 5 extra.
3 and 2.
Winning on 3s?
Wounding on 3.
All right.
Yes.
It's a lot.
So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 total.
13 total wounds. -1. We'll make them at 5 plus. Rerolling 1s. I don't think they even did it there. No. Prosecutors eliminated. The poor adjudicators, I wish could retreat, but alas, they cannot. So they're going in, hitting on 3s. Okay, they're angry. And wounding on 4s. 1 wound on the Blight Kings.
Okay.
No rend.
Alright, so that is a 4 up, 5 up. No.
Hey, they killed one. Oh no, you count. Okay, you count the other way.
So this guy's at 1 wound.
Bringing one down to 1 wound. Okay, this is the 5 Blight Kings into the poor adjudicators. Oh my god, this looks like 5 6s.
That is 5 6s. They do miss 2.
Well, oh my, so you get an additional 21
That's
attacks.
1.
So they had their extra 21 attacks.
Yep.
And
These are wounds.
oh man.
They do wound on 3s. So we're talking about 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18.
I'm just going to do the 15 and they'll probably be dead. So -1 you said? They're dead. So
Okay.
so the adjudicators are gone. We'll clean that up, and that is the last. Oh, my Paladors have to go in. We'll do that real quick. So the Paladors are going to fight the Harbinger. I always forget his name. I really need to kill this guy. So they are hitting on 3s with the Griffs. They are re-rolling 1s. Wait, so just 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. So that's 2 -2s for 1 damage.
Okay. No, and no.
So he takes 2, which will leave him with 1 left.
Yes.
He has 1 left, and we'll just use the champion's flashing sword. Does a mortal wound. Do you save it?
I do.
Then they got their javelins. We got 1 hit. We got 1 wound at -1. Come on, this has got to be it. This has got to be it. Oh my gosh, he's still alive. He is still alive. That's annoying. All right.
All right, so end of turn. We have no morale to take, right? No bravery?
No battle shocks, correct.
Okay.
Because I would have, they automatically pass.
Correct. So then I score 1 for here and 3 for those. So for a total of 4, bringing me up to 16.
16 to 6. This is not looking good for the Stormcast. Going into.
You're doing.
I got a lot of turns left, though.
You got a lot of turns left.
Stormcast turn 3. Okay, so we're into the Stormcast hero phase. I did get my extra command point, and I generated another one from Tempest Lord, so I am up to 3 command points. Now, we're going to pop the banner, or the lantern. It's not ideal, but I need to kill this Harbinger so I'm freed up. So we're going to use it. He's not in range of the Blight Lords, or Blight Kings. It's just the Harbinger. He's going to suffer D6 mortal wounds because he's chaos. He suffers 5. This better put this guy down. You better not disgustingly resilient this. Oh my gosh. Okay.
He is dead.
Finally dead. Now there's no more disgustingly resilient, right?
Correct.
Except for those plague bearers.
Correct.
Okay. So that is my hero phase. I am going to do the movement phase and we'll come right back. Okay, after the movement phase, the Vanguard chamber has employed mass movement. So what did we do? The adjudicators fell back here. Knight of Zeros and Gryph-hound. Gryph-hound had to run. He got 13. They're both on that middle objective, which will give me it this turn. Over here, the Vanguard hunters moved up 6, and then they did an auto run with a command point of 6. They can still shoot. I did get a model in up there. Knight Venador also moved up there. We teleported the Lord Aquilor and the Long Strike Raptors into the backfield over there. Lord Aquilor is 7 inches away from the Blight Kings. The Paladors moved into the cave. They are 7 away. And the Prosecutors moved up over here, basically abandoning this objective and hoping we can pull it out.
You don't want to fight 9 Blight Kings?
I don't want to fight 9 Blight Kings. I'll shoot them from afar while they stand on that objective. So we need to do this. I have to clear this one out. I have to stop them from scoring 3. So, and I also need to score 3. So I need to get this over here and start mounting the comeback. Stormcast shooting coming. So over here, the Vanguard hunters who advance can still shoot their bolt pistols. -1 to hit is going to be hitting on 4s. Okay.
2.
Oh, was that?
1 was a 3.
One was, I couldn't see because of the camera, sorry. And that's 1 wound on them. No rend, 1 damage.
5 up. And
Cut him down, cut him down. Yes, there goes 1. That's great. The Knight Venator is going to fire into them.
Okay.
So he's got his Realm Hunter bow, hitting on 2s, so 3s. Oy. 1 at -1.
Okay, so this is a 6-up. Nope. 1 damage.
Yep. And the Eagle, no hits from the Eagle, which means because that did not go well, we're going to have to put the Judicators into them, and they're all in range. So Judicators, we got 4 normals. It's 2 hits. We've got the Prime. Come on, Prime. He misses. Horrible, horrible stuff. 2 wounds on them.
All right. Any rend?
1 -1.
Okay, so 6s. No. Come on. 1 damage apiece.
Yep.
Let's keep them.
Oh, lordy. This is not going well. All right, we're going to do the Paladors under the bridge here into the Blight Kings. So they have, there's 2 of them there. And there's going to be 2 pistols. So hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. So 2 wounds, no rend, 1 damage on the Blight Kings.
4-ups.
They don't have, okay. And then there's 2 javelins there. 1 hit and nothing. We have the prosecutors here are going to fire into them. 2 javelins. Wow. Miss. Oh, and the trident. 1 hit from the trident. And nothing. We are failing literally everything. So, does that guy have 1 wound left?
No.
He suffered
Sorry.
1.
He has
The
3 wounds.
Lord Aquilor's Bolt Storm pistol. Heavy Bolt Storm pistol. And 3s. So 2 saves on that dude.
Okay. Any AP?
Nope.
Okay, so 4-ups. Nope.
So he has 1 left.
There's 1 left.
And then it's going to have to be the long strikes. The long strikes are going to have to go into the Plague Bearers because we need that objective. We need the 3 points.
-1 to hit.
They hit on 2, so hitting on 3s. That's 2 mortals so far, and 1. That's going to be 4 mortals because it's -2. You go right through your save.
Yep. All right, so all I need to do is roll.
Don't do it.
Roll 2 saves.
No, you need 3 because I have 2 models, at least 2 models on the objective. So you have to.
Sorry. So I need 3.
This is not going to happen. Oh my God! I only
About
killed
3
1. Now I'm going to have to chart. The Venator is going to have to do this all on his own. This disgustingly resilient is getting out of control. All right, well that's that, and going into charge. Okay, that was a rough shooting phase, but the prosecutors did make it in with a big 9. Paladors made it in. Lord Aquilor failing the charge, re-rolling with a command point, not retaining the command point on a 5+, and failing again was horrible. And then we had to charge over here with the Knight Venator, and he did make it in. Hopefully he can be the hero that we all deserve. So first off is going to be the Paladors. They are both in 6. We're going to attack first. We've got the two Griff Chargers attacking first. And I don't have any command points, so I can't do anything special. So here we go, just normal stuff. Okay. No reroll. So that's going to be 1 mortal so far. And 1 at -2.
So 6-up. Nope.
So 2 damage so
He
far.
dies.
We got the 2 spears. It's 1 hit. 1 wound at -1.
Okay. 5-up. Good.
Of course. And the Shining Sword. That's another mortal goes through.
Okay.
So we killed 1 Blight King.
Sorry, he's down to 3 because he has 5.
He's the champ.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I assume you are going to attack with the Blight Kings?
I am, yeah.
Yep.
So the way this works out is he would actually have to pile in that way.
Yep.
So he will go 3 inches, ending up closer from here to here. He will go 3 inches, ending up closer. Oop. But he has to stay
Yep.
outside. So that will keep him outside of 1. So I'll still only have 2
Okay.
attacking over to this side.
Come on, prosecutors. Your time has come.
So that is
Make all
only
the
6
saves.
attacks.
It's only 6 attacks. No 6s. All right.
No 6s,
Okay.
so that's only 3.
You can do it, guys. 2. No rend or 1 rend.
-1 rend.
So 5s. Rerolling 1s from their shields. No. So 1 prosecutor goes down, which that hurts. That hurts
Okay.
bad, but they'll be attacking. All right, Knight Venator going in. We got the bow staff. That's a hit. That's a wound, I think. That was not a wound. He wounds on 4s, not 3s. The eagle going in. That is 2 hits from the eagle. Nothing from the eagle. We've done nothing to these plague bearers. We can't hurt them. So they're going to attack back?
They are? Nothing.
Nothing and nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Maybe they'll feel battle shock?
Or roll a 1.
Or get more models back. Yeah.
So they can't actually fail.
Prosecutor. Oh, God. Prosecutors over here. Normal guy. He hits. All right. That's good. He wounds. That is no rend. 1 damage.
Good.
Oh, God. All right, Trident. It's a hit. It's not a wound. You need 4s.
Okay.
We didn't do it. We didn't do it. We get no points. You did not pass go. You did not.
You got 3 points.
Oh, man. Oh, that was bad. All right. Well, yeah, so I get the center. So that's 2. I get the back. That's 3. I'm up to 9. I don't think, unless I double turn, I don't think I can actually come back at this point. Do you need a battle shock over here?
No.
No. I don't need a battle
1
shock.
We'll get models back. No.
2. They don't fail. And they retain the object. Unless I have a... and this is what it comes down to. If I don't double turn here, it's the Nurgle's going to run away with it. So he rolled a 3. That's not a strong roll. Sigmar, we beseech you. Yes, okay. First double turn of the game. I needed it to survive. We're moving on to Stormcast turn 4. Do I get an extra command point? I do. So I'm up to 2 command points. Stormcast turn 4. It's getting dicey. After the movement phase, what do we do? Gryph-hound holding down the middle objective there. Knight of Zeros jumping up on the ruins here. He is in 10 of both Blight King's units, illuminating them with the light of Sigmar. Lord Aquilor moved over. He is 3 away. Vanguard, long strikes, holding strong. Vanguard, hunters, moving up 3 away from the Plague Bearers. Judicators falling back a little bit to stay away from the Blight Kings. This is where we need a big turn. So we're going into the Stormcast shooting. We'll start Prosecutor's Javelins into the Blight Kings. So we've got 1 normal Javelin. Hits and wounds, no rend.
Aura? Nope.
1 damage because they're within 9. And then the Trident. 2 hits. 1 wound, -1.
5 up.
2 damage from the Trident.
Okay.
Kills that guy. Good work. Which means the Paladors are actually out of combat, so they might have to charge, which is fine. Paladors bolt storm pistols into the Blight Kings. Those all hit. Wounding on 4s. 1 wound, no rend. And then it's 1 damage. And then the spears, reroll 1s to hit. Nope. Lord Aquilor's pistol, reroll 1s. Okay, he hits on 3, so I'll hit. He's going to wound on 3s. 4 wounds, no rend, 1 damage coming through.
Ooh, it's another guy down.
Another guy down. So we did just wrest control of this one. Okay, the Venator has to shoot at the Plague Bearers. Are they still -1 to hit?
Yeah.
Dear God.
They're always -1 to hit.
Realm Hunter Bow, hitting on 3s. Not illuminated. That's 1 hit. 1 wound at -1.
6 up. Nope.
Just 1
5
damage.
up. Good.
Dear God. Star Eagle. All hit. No, he hits on 4s. My bad. 1 at -3. 1 at no rend.
Okay, so no rend. 5 up.
2 damage. That's it. Oh my. This is. All right, we're gonna
No
put.
joke. 90%. 90%
This is-
of my disgustingly resilience.
This is out of control.
It is
So
literally out of control.
the Vanguard Hunters into the Blight Kings. Yeah,
Why not the Plague Bearers?
I'm gonna charge them. We already have the objective anyway. So into the Blight Kings. Rerolling 1s. They hit on 3s. We wound on 4s. All right, pretty good stuff. 4 wounds coming through, no rend.
4 ups.
2. Okay. We're going to put the 3 long strike raptors into the Blight Kings. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s. That's 2 mortals and... Oh, God. Nothing. So just 2 mortals. And then downtown Judicators into the Blight Kings. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Wow. Come on, Prime. He hits. They're not minus, are they?
No.
Okay. For 5 hits. Wounding on 3s. So 3 minus 1s.
5 ups. Okay. Take 2.
2 damage. Okay. And we're
put that on this guy so he has 3 left.
moving into charges. So Lord Aquilor charging. That is a 9. He's going to make it. And the Paladors will now have to charge. They are also going to make it. And the Hunters over here are going to charge to finish these guys off with a 5. So we'll see what happens. We'll get that done and we'll start combat. All right, Lord Aquilor. I do have I have 1 command point left, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm actually going to use my command ability to reroll 1s to wound. He's going to do it on himself. Does he get it back? No. So I'm out of command points, but he is re-rolling. We're going to do him first. Got the Griff. Re-rolling 1s from my 0s. So it's 2 mortals. Oop, that was a 6. Yeah, that was a 6. And that's it. 2 mortals go through. And we got the axe. Reroll 1s. 1 hit and wounding on a 2, so that's 1 normal save. 1 damage, and then his sword. Wow, thanks, bud. 1 at -1 for 2 damage. And then it is your pick. The indestructible plague bearers are up next.
They're gonna go against these dudes. 2 hits. 2 wounds.
On the hunters?
Yep.
4 up. Killed 1. Lost a body. Okay. And then we'll do the hunters. There's 3 of them in range over there onto the plague bearers. Plague bearers are not within range of the reroll. So hits and 3 wounds. No rend. 1 damage.
5 ups. And then 5 ups. Nope, both dead.
I finally did it. I finally got them. And then over here, the prosecutor will try to kill him with his trident. It hits. It does not wound. The other one hits. The other one doesn't wound. And then the Palador champion will go in. How many wounds does that guy have left? 3?
3.
So charger hits with all. 1 at -2. No spear. And so 1 mortal and 1 at -2 for 1 damage. I'm not going to kill him.
So the -2, 6 up? Nope.
So you just take 2 damage. He's got 1 left.
Alright.
That was that. Going into Nurgle.
So, well, you
turn
got points.
4. I do score points. Yeah, not Nurgle.
3 for here.
Got this one.
2 for there and 1 for there. 6 points.
So 6 points puts me from 15 points to your 16 points.
Yes.
15 to 16.
There you go. That's what a double turn will get.
That's what a double turn will do. Okay, so after hero movement and shooting, we're right up to charge with Nurgle.
So all I could do was summon. I spend 14 points to summon 10 guys. It does give me that objective.
I mistakenly moved too far back, being afraid of these Blight Kings with their super fast move, and seeded that one. So he's going to pick that one up because he has the bodies. These guys are shuffling over. Yep.
We're going to see if we can get a charge off.
Need a 7-inch charge to get that Griffhound and wrest control of the middle.
Yep.
And then these guys moved up for the charge here.
Yep.
There is one Blight King back here alive. He passes battle shock, but he's probably going to die.
Yeah.
So okay, who's charging first?
Here.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
The Big 10. Uh-oh.
That's 10.
You shouldn't have wasted it there.
Yeah. Would have been nice if I could have gotten it somewhere else.
But you probably mop up my guys over there. Though you don't have a lot of buffs.
It's true.
So.
Then over here, I do need a 7-inch charge to make that. Let's see what I got.
It's 6, and you can't re-roll. Oh no!
And so we agreed that that was going to be out.
Yep.
That wouldn't get me within half.
He was 6 3/4,
right.
so that he wouldn't get in and a half. So combat.
We're gonna move over here first.
All right, how you divvying up? There are
We're
2
gonna do
squads.
3 and 1.
3 and 1. 3 and 1.
No, we're gonna do 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Is that a good idea?
I don't know. There's no good ideas
There's
anymore.
no good idea. You're right. Okay. So 2 over here. Let's see what we got.
Oh, there's a 6.
There is a 6 for
3.
3. And then I need 3s.
5.
So that is 5 at -1.
He has a 3-up save, so that puts him at a 4. Come on, buddy. You can do it. He's dead because he can't make any saves. Venator down. That's bad.
Okay.
2 into the hunters.
And then the hunters. Ooh, missing 3.
But it got
I
a
do get
6. 4. Oh, low roll. Not going to kill him.
Not gonna kill him. So 4 at -1.
5s on these guys. I make 1. So 1 dies. 1 takes a wound. Okay. All right. Well, I'm
Doesn't
gonna.
matter which one goes.
No, they're all the same. We're gonna mop up that Blight King back there and come back. Okay. So we mopped that guy up back there. He's dead. Then over here, the 2 hunters attack back did nothing. Okay.
Right.
So
I get 3 for this and 1 for that for a total of 4. So that brings me up to 20.
20 to 15.
To 15. Now, if I get the double turn.
You could get the double turn. This could be bad. This could be really bad.
But you could also get to go and then
Right. Because I have the speed. I can teleport. We don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to play it out. All right. You don't get the double turn, which is huge. I'm going to take it. Do I get my extra command point? I do. So I have 3 command points. No, 2 command points at this point. All right, we're coming down to the wire. At the end of the movement phase, Prosecutors moves up here. Use the Lord Akalor's command ability to teleport himself. Well, teleport the Paladors over here. They're 7 away, threatening that objective. We've got the Judicators over here moving up to threaten that objective. Hopefully stop these Plague Bearers. The Gryphound and the Azeros moving in on these guys. Raptors were teleported by the Lord Akalor, who then teleported himself to the south. One of the Raptors is within 6 of the objective. We gotta hold that. This is all the marbles. I have to do this, or it's not gonna work. The Prosecutors first. We got a javelin into these guys. Hits and wounds. No rend.
4 up.
He's good. And then we've got the trident into them. 2 hits. 2 wounds at -1.
5 ups.
That's 2 damage. They don't have disgusting.
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
they don't. Yeah.
So that kills
fine.
1 and puts a wound on another. And then we've got the pistols from these guys. 2 hits. 2 wounds, normal saves. And we got javelins. 1 hit. So we got 2 normals for 1 damage and 1 -1 for 1 damage.
Okay, the -1 is a 5 up.
Saved.
The normals are 4 ups. Nope.
2 go through, just 1 damage each. The Lord Akalor, 3s. 2 wounds, no rend. 1 damage.
Okay, that's another one down.
Okay, good work so far. And we're going to do the Judicators into these jerks. And they're -1, right?
Yeah, -1.
They're illuminated, though. They're rolling 1s. So we got 1 hit, prime. Hits for 4 hits. Not too shabby. We're on 3s. Wow, these guys are terrible. 1 at -1.
6 up. Nope. 5 up. He's good.
Oh my god, these guys just won't die. The 2 hunters in combat with the Blight Kings. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. My dice, man. Nothing. And the long strike Raptors. Come on, boys. We need something big. Into the Blight Kings. Re-rolling 1s. You've got to be kidding me with these dice. 2 at -2.
6 ups.
Wow, 2 damage. That's all we do. I think that's all she wrote. All right, going into charge. Okay, there's only one good choice, and none of them are good choices.
Hey.
So of our bad.
You have to reroll wound rolls of 6 or more for attacks made by enemy units.
Okay.
In this case.
Lord Akalor is the least bad choice, so let's do him first.
Sure.
So he is with the Griff Charger. Yep. So that's 1 at -2.
Okay, so a 6 up. Nope. 4.
1 damage. His axe, 1 hit. 1 wound, no rend.
Good.
And then his sword. 3 hits. 2s. Of course, I rolled double 1s. And -1.
5 up. Nope.
2 damage.
It's down to 1.
Okay, here we go. So
I'll just keep it.
Blight Kings attacking in. You did 2 and 2?
Yep, so 3 hits there.
2 wounds.
-1.
So 4 up. I saved 1. I'm actually alive.
Yeah.
I didn't
You
die.
got it. Over here.
Oh god, that's 2 6s. It's not good.
So that's 2 and 3.
It's a lot of hits. Oh no. Oh, okay. So
That's
4?
4.
It's not terrible.
No, it's not there.
But I have a 5 up. So 3 wounds, which will be, that'll kill the unit. So that's, you hold that objective, and that's it. So, I mean, we can finish up here. We'll finish up here, but
Okay.
yeah, I think that's all she wrote. We're gonna do the Paladors now, just because it's the last heroic effort to try to pull something out of this godforsaken game. So let's see. The Griff's going in. No rerolls. No 6s.
Nurgle has not forsaken.
Oof, no. So, well, 4 -2s. That's pretty good. And we got javelins. So 2 hits. And 2 wounds at -1. So 4 -2s, 2
So
-1s.
The -2s, I need 6s.
So
3
3,
good?
1 damage each. And then
Okay.
2 -1s. There'll be
So
1.
5 ups.
So another 1 more damage. And then the champion's sword, which has been great this game, is another mortal wound. I rolled a 6 there.
Okay. So that's a total of 5,
Yep.
which means this guy and this guy are dead.
I mean, for a last-ditch charge, that was pretty
Not
good.
bad.
That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's
All
not
right.
bad. You killed 2.
I assume these guys are next?
Yep. So Plague Bearers are next. These guys,
Okay.
Plague Bearers, need 4s.
Dear God, look at your dice. I know I'm not supposed to say your dice, but your dice.
I agree. No minuses, but we are looking at
7.
7.
Oh my gosh. 4 ups. Wow, that was really good. I just lost 1.
Okay.
Okay. Take you. They'll actually attack back. They have 4 attacks. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. And 4s. 1.
Okay. So I have a 5 up. Nope. Let's try another 5 up. No.
I killed 1. I killed 1. All right.
That means.
All right. Can you finish off my cavalry division and bring down the valiant Lord Arcus?
I'm gonna try. So these guys are gonna scoot up. So we are going to put 2 onto here and 3 onto the other. So the 2 going onto, what's his name?
Lord Arcus.
Lord Arcus.
That's the one that's a leaner.
Yeah, I'll roll that. Ooh.
Well, at least it wasn't a 6. So
Yeah. So that's actually only 2.
come on, buddy. No,
Nothing.
the power of Sigmar compels me.
Of Sigmar. That guy has survived
Yeah.
way more than he should.
He's my only guy that can roll.
I cannot say anything about surviving. Okay, so 3 on the other squad. Again, no 6s.
That's a strong roll, though.
It is a good roll. And then 3s.
Ooh.
So
5?
that is 5 total.
Minus 1s?
Yeah.
5 ups? No, 5. So that leaves the champion with 3 left because they have 5 wounds each. So, oh man. Okay, up here we got it doesn't really matter the order at this point. So the Griffhound, he's gonna go in. He hits on 3s. There's 3 hits. He wounds on 4s. 1 wound on the Blight Kings. No. Oh, dude. Oh, see, that's not what we needed. Knight of Zeros. Rerolling 1s because of himself. So that's 3 hits. And 3s. 2 minus 1s.
5 ups.
That's 1 damage each. Cuts a guy down. Which means, who held that objective last time? Was it me?
Nope.
Was it you? You stole it. I would have seen it's 3-3 models at this point. If I would have just retained it. That's rough. Okay, well, we're going into battle shocks at this point.
Yep, so over here, I lost 4 guys. Right?
Yep, and you are 8?
I'm 9.
Why are they 9?
Because of the banner.
The banner. Okay. Nope. So they hold strong.
Strong.
Oh, that's not good. Up here.
I lost 1.
Lost 1.
I
Yep.
can't fail.
Last 1 can't fail. These guys also can't fail, but you're going to get more models back.
No.
No. No humiliation. But that is the nail in the coffin. We're going to call it. Good game. Good game. That was fantastic down to the wire.
Unbelievable.
We tried to do what we could.
Admittedly, I did make 90% of my field defeats.
Well, you know, we were fighting on Cursed Earth. This was an ambush. You drew us out here for a reason. And Lord Arcus
does make it to the end.
He makes it to the end. He is going to live to fight another day, and we shall see what happens from here. The Stormcast forces are going to withdraw from the area with a fighting retreat. A hard fought win for Nurgle, and it was a great game, lots of fun. So thanks for coming out, Seth. Thanks for the great game, and we'll catch you next time at LWG.